Hey, I hope you're doing outstanding out there. Thank you so much for joining me to celebrate the release of my new single, Magnetic. It's been out for about a month, and I'm so overwhelmed by your support, by the great feedback I've gotten about the song, and thought it would be cool to have an event to not only celebrate the single, but to share some more background and context behind the meaning of the song, and to also spotlight the producer who helped make it possible, guitarist Adam Hawley. So not only am I going to perform the song for you, you're going to get to sit in on an interview I had with Adam where we dug into the background of the song a bit. Adam is going to also step in to perform one of his songs for you. And I'm also very excited to accompany Adam on my very favorite song of his. So sit back, relax, and I pray that the music has a little bit of an uplifting magnetic pull on your soul. There you have it, Magnetic. I truly love that song, and I hope that it's really connecting with you in a special way. It's available digitally everywhere online that you listen to music, but I'm happy to share that I'm also working on making it available via CD, along with the other 3 singles that I've released since 2018. So it's essentially an EP of all my singles. If you're interested, feel free to fill out the interest form that I've created, and as soon as I have more information to share about it, you'll be the first to know. So up next, we have our interview, or my interview better yet, with Adam, where we sit down and we talk about the single. You're going to learn more about the story behind it all, and I think you'll learn a little bit more about me in the process as well. So hope you enjoy. Let's get it.
All right, what's up, Tony? Thanks so much for coming back. How you doing?
Doing outstanding, man. Thank you for having me back on the show.
Of course. It was so much fun having you come through and do your tune Staycation, and you had a killer music video. So you're back with a new single. Tell us about it. It's called Magnetic.
Right. So you and I worked on this single last year, recorded it in the spring, but I held on to it for a little while until I felt like it was the right time to release it. And the single is essentially about my purpose journey of creating uplifting music. I've known it for a while, but within the past 2 years, I've really been laser focused on embracing that in its fullness. And the title Magnetic comes from my belief that all of us have this magnetic force on our life, on the inside of us, that's pulling us towards our purpose. It's just a matter of us being obedient to that force and either following it, or sometimes we work against it and we have to find our way back to it. So it's just kind of about my journey, and hopefully folks can relate to that message of following their calling, their purpose. And that's what it's about. And last spring, the pandemic was weighing down on us. So it really hit home because I had to really focus on my Christian faith, the magnetic force in my life, to keep me motivated and inspired to continue creating music. So really hits close to home, and I'm hoping that it does the same for you all.
Wow, that's so fascinating. We had talked a lot about this tune and the title. I remember at one point it was called True North. But I love how in depth you think about it, because for me, it's hard coming up with titles for instrumental music. But you obviously had a fully realized idea for this, which is so cool.
Yes. So let's stick there for a second, because I remember working through that. And usually when I find a title, whether it's a song or an album, it comes to me, I think about it for a little while, and I stick with it. This was one of the few times where I actually changed course on the title, because I appreciated your feedback, and I got feedback from a couple other folks that the title made sense, but it didn't quite match the energy of the song. It's a really upbeat, uplifting song, and you were like, True North sounds a little more contemplative, a little more pensive. So I took that to heart, and I'm like, he's right. So Magnetic, I was thinking, how could I stay true to the meaning of the song, but come up with a title that embodied the energy of the song? And True North is a compass. That's how compasses are oriented, focusing on the true north. And I thought, well, compasses work off of the Earth's geomagnetic field. So I said, oh, magnetic, that sounds better. It's still true to the true north concept. So that's how we got there. So there's so many different levels I go through as I'm thinking about the song titles. And all of my songs are like that. I could have a 30-minute conversation about the theme or the meaning or symbolism behind each of my songs. So,
man, that's incredible. Well, you're way ahead of me intellectually, because I'm just like, what do I call this? So that's awesome, man. That's
stop, man! You have a doctorate in musical art. Cut it out.
Yeah, but not in literature. So the music, I got the music handled. What do I call it? That's another story. But for those of you watching, if you didn't catch last time Tony was on, Tony is a Renaissance man. I mean, you tell us a little bit again about your background, because you're an enthusiast in terms of weather and I feel like I'm not explaining this as well as I could. Take it away. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I'll try to keep it short. So I fell in love with weather at the age of 8, watching the Weather Channel,
Local on the Eights. Some of you all might be familiar with that back from the 90s and the
Yeah,
2000s.
of course.
So
and they had incredible music on there too, man. I mean,
oh yeah. Smooth jazz music really caught my attention. And saxophone is the premier instrument in smooth jazz. I know you play guitar, but saxophone is number one.
Hey, hold on.
So after hearing the smooth jazz, it inspired me to pick up the saxophone in 6th grade. But as that love for music was growing, my love for weather continued to evolve as well. And I actually went on to Cornell University to earn a Bachelor of Science in Atmospheric Science. And that journey connects to magnetic as well, because at one point I thought my purpose was to become a meteorologist. Turns out my purpose was to use meteorology and my understanding of weather as a tool to connect with people through music and share the symbolism of the songs, illustrate the essence of the songs, and hopefully connect them with God as well. So after I graduated, I founded my independent music label, Cold Front Music, in 2011, released my debut album, a Christmas album, and then 2 years later connected with Ken Navarro, who was featured on my next album, produced my album after that, H2O. And I knew about Ken Navarro from growing up through, guess what? The Weather Channel. So it all connects. So you can start off on one path, but you just have to be constantly aware of how that magnetic force, like I said, is kind of working in your life. And you might start off in one direction, but you might go off in another, and that's okay. You just have to be obedient to where your life is leading you.
Wow.
Coming up next, we have our special guest, Adam Hawley, who's had 7 songs hit number 1 on the smooth jazz charts, and he's about to grace us with one of those right now. He holds a doctorate in musical arts from the University of Southern California, so you can call him Dr. Hawley, and he's also toured with a host of legendary artists ranging from Dave Koz, Natalie Cole, to Jennifer Lopez, and Brian McKnight. I'm so excited to have him here with us.
All right, this is the title track off my new album. I was so fortunate this went all the way to number 1. I hope you all enjoy it. It's called Escape. Here we go. gonna have some fun on this one. It's called Just a Friend. I need your help, everybody. Come on, put it right here. Tony and I are gonna rock this one. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, I've had such an amazing time being able to share Magnetic with you along with the rest of the music, and just simply want to thank you again so much for your support. It means so much to me, and I'm just humbled and grateful for the opportunity to be able to share music from my heart to your ears. I want to thank Adam for joining in on the celebration and for simply making the single possible through his great production. I've been sharing resources with you throughout the live stream about how you can access the music, my CDs, merchandise, so on and so forth. So please feel free to check out all those things. And I want to close out with my single from last year. I dropped it in July 2020. It's titled Staycation. That was also produced by Adam. And as we enter the summer season, I just want to pray for your health, your strength, your safety, and just continue to encourage you to follow that magnetic force inside of you that's pulling you towards your purpose. Be great, and God bless. Selfie, Natalie.
Natalie.
1, 2, 3.